Hey folks, it's Brian. We got to play RQG again tonight. Actually, a new campaign. I'm calling this one A Stranger in a Strange Land. And this is Chapter 1, A New Beginning. Because they're starting over. The party left Whitewall and came back to Clearwine. And then they got recognized by Baranthos, the clan chieftain. Because the Orlantha Temple at Whitewall sent word to Clearwine about things that the party had done. And so Baranthos goes to the Queen. Of course, Queen also gets word from the temple, and so she says, I want to see these guys. Who are these folks? Let's check them out." So get an invitation to come see the Queen, and they show her some of the artifacts. You want to call it that? They got from the temple and discuss some of their stories and things. She really wasn't much interested in most of the things, though. She really wasn't. But obviously, Engrillar, being a noble, has got his hands on these guys for being able to use them for various tribal requirements. And the first one is patrolling tribal lands. And so, spoilers, I'm borrowing heavily from The Fainting Spirit, which is a convention game from Chaos Info Runequest that I've run a few times. In fact, I'm going to be running it for Gamehole Con as well. No, it's Remembering Carl, I'm going to run it for Gamehole Con, not this one. But anyway, I picked this one for a couple reasons. One is really tag hate. We need warriors to go and patrol lands. Engrillar, grab 4 of your buddies and here's your path. Check this stuff out, kind of thing. And it also helps pull the party back into Sartar, the kingdom, and Kalimar, the tribe, and Ernaldori, the clan, and the clan politics, and even some tribal politics that may be or may not be going on. And so that's how this A New Beginning thing is coming. What are we doing here? Let's talk about this place. And I meant to talk with the party about how I've designed the Ernaldori clan based upon data I have on the Kalimar tribe and on the Ernaldori clan, but I'm kind of flushing it out some more about how many nobles are there and how many rune level people are there and what are they and all that kind of stuff. And excuse me. And I meant to do that. Okay, you get back. Hey, this is stuff we know about the place, but I forgot about it completely until we were actually starting to play. And, oh, shoot, I missed all this stuff I had written down. So at the very, very end, if you watch the live play in the description, we talk a little bit about this. I kind of get that information out to them so they get a feel for how small we really are. Going back to the patrol, they find the boy. There's the lunar patrol. They turn tail and run. And like every single party, when there's a lunar shows up, hunt him down, hunt him down, hunt him down. One of these days, I'm going to them catch one of these lunar patrols and get their handed to them. Because these lunar guys aren't wimps, and they're certainly not 4 to 6 guys. Excuse me. We're talking 8 to 12. But nevertheless, they did not. The con game's got some railroading going on, right? And some of it's actually a flashback, and there's a bunch of narration and that kind of stuff. But we're not going to do that in my game. So they find the boy, they get him, they think about chasing the lunars, but the lunars are way ahead of them. It means they're going to have multiple successes over the number of successes that the lunar guys get because they're mounted too, and that kind of stuff, right? So they're looking at the map of the area and go, well, hey, there's that village right across the river. Let's just take the boy there and have that Thane take care of him and do their thing. So they go and they talk to the Thane there, and the Thane will take the boy and help him out. But the Naldorines, are a separate clan. They're not even part of our tribe anymore. But he's willing to take care of the boy, but he's not going to, make any extra effort. I mean, it's winter out, it's dark season, right? Excuse me. And so the party says, okay, we'll take the boy. We'll go see if we can't find his brother in Redbird. Redbird? No, Old Bell. Gosh, I should have my map out in front of me, but I don't have it. But where he went, and maybe find out what's going on. Now the scenario is written that you're in the woodland hills, right? But they're going up the road to Redbird and then over to Old Bell or whatever it's called, and right there on the road. So massage it a bit, and they come across the Umakti and Children Patrol. Some discussion there, and they get sent on their way while Umakti continues her patrol. Um, some discussion back and forth. One of the players does notice, hey, there aren't any adults out in these fields trying to take care of animals and take care of all those. So it's not sea season like this game was written for. It's darkness season, means it's winter. Maybe there's some winter wheat they're out trying to plant or take care of or something. But I can see them taking care of animals. Getting some of those, get them out to those barns they got hay inside them and that kind of thing. Yeah, I can see that happening still. Okay, so children are the ones out working the fields. That seems odd. And they get to the fort, and the girl says, "Okay, we need to go to the fort." Why do we need to go to the fort? Because I need to introduce you to, um, I forgot the names already, the twin girls who are acting thing. So they go, and there's another Humakti there, and he gives the party a hard time. The girl gives him a hard time. They go in, they meet the girls. The girls do the formal um, Orlanthe greeting thing that she's obviously memorized at some point. And one of the one of the characters, Arestra, the Babista Gore, recognized this, and so she does the opening. We didn't actually go through it because it's not really necessary for us as a game to do that. For the con, it's kind of interesting so that people get a better feel for the culture and stuff. But we discussed just real quick about how long it really is, and I grant you water, I grant you food, I grant you bread under my roof, that kind of thing, salt, kind of deal, right? So they go inside. The girls let them in. Girls come in last. They close the door and they start stressing out. Lars puts daddy britches on right away. He's, what's going on? How you guys doing? And of course the girls, we're so tired. We're so tired. We can't do this anymore. Then they talk about how the adults have all gone crazy. They get a little bit of information out of that. They find out that Hamaki are not used under the influence of whatever's happening with the adults. And they piece together that it's got something to do with initiation. So we talk about initiation in my Glorantha. The vast majority of people are not initiated into a cult. They're lay members. I was initially using the 20-80 rule. 20% initiates or above, 80% lay members. And so while at 16, when all children go through their initiation into adulthood and initiation into the clan, that happens at the same time. 20% of them will, while they're doing that hero quest, will get touched by a deity and become initiated to that deity's cult. Because, you know, big world, God chooses you, you don't choose God. But we're players, so we just choose our deities. But so only 20% of those people actually get touched at that time. Now, do people as they get on in years decide to become more devoted and actually do an initiation? Sure, that happens. That happens later on as well. So, but PCs are in fact different in my world. I didn't want to do that, but the more and more I worked with the stuff, the more I realized they've got to be different because you can't have every single adult being an initiate of a cult with rune coins. Otherwise, there would be almost no death. I mean, you've got a household with half dozen adults, a dozen or so children, to go and get their leg broken, cure wounds, no problem. Somebody's got it. It's a common rune spell. Everybody's got it. It's another thing I don't like, but I'll deal with that later. So that's how my Runequest, my Glorantha works. Is most people are just lay members, so only a percentage of people are actually initiated into a cult, and of course of those initiated into a cult, very small piece are rune level, and I need to massage my numbers more to tie it closer into the calling markets. Calmer's got 12,300. That's not how many adults they have, though. That's total population. They only have 100 rune level people in the tribe, right? So I'll massage my numbers more and get a better feel. But I do the same thing with cults. 80% of initiates belong to Ornalda or Orlanth or Ornalda. The other 20%, you got to break down between light bringers, which are going to be the most of that piece, and then you've got other Orlanthi associated, and then you've got other, things like Bound Child, Maha, or the Praxian ones maybe. But I would do that different for Prax too. Prax is different from Sartar. So, yeah, you may be like Subutai. He's a follower of Bound Child. There's Knight. No to one Bound Child Rune Lords in Dragon Pass. There'll probably some in Prax. I can see that happening in Prax with those guys because Bound Child is really a Praxian hunter deity. He's not really Sartar, but that's what the character wanted. And I didn't know enough at that time to correct that situation. So anyway, yeah, I mean, you start talking numbers and things get very, 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 very small, really, really quick for these non-Orlanth or Nalda cults. You've got only so many of them, and you got split between all of them, kind of thing. And I put together a little chart trying to make sense in my mind. I'm gonna have to go back and go over it again just to double check some things. But that's how I play it. You turn 16, you go through initiation into adulthood. You go into child, you come out an adult, um, and a member of the clan. And some people come out initiated to a cult. So they're trying to figure out this thing. They realize there's something different in Hamakti, and so I took some of that out because I had made it. I had Lars make a cult lore roll. I mean, he's a light bringer. They're all Orlanthi-ish, associated with Orlanth kind of thing. So he would know something about Hamakti probably. And players all know it, not all of them, but a number of the players who know Glorantha and the cults and stuff know that Hamakti are severed from the community, from their family and all that stuff when they get initiated into Hamakti. But the characters don't necessarily know that because how many Hamakti are there in the Ernal Dori clan? 5 maybe, and they're lay members. So that might be an initiative there somewhere. But anyway, so they start piecing together. There's something going on with initiation because it's just the adults. It's not Hamakti and that kind of stuff. So we do that. So let's go to. Old Bell. I remember that was called. Go to the clan holding. Gates open. People wandering around. Some children coming in from the fields. That kind of stuff. They get there. They go inside. And everything seems to be quiet. Most people are just kind of just wandering around that whole don't know what's going on thing. And then the girls take them up to the clan hall. They open it up, and one was like, "Dad is still here." So kind of lead across it. That's why girls are in charge, is because their dad is in charge, but he can't be in charge, so they stood up for it. So we go into the clan hall. I roll for the reaction of the clan, the elders, and they're all comatose kind of thing. And then we go describe the room roughly, and then I go through the frescoes. Description. There's 6 panels, and then verbiage underneath each one. And about that point, they were talking. They had previously, before they left, they started talking about somebody doing a divination and try to see if they can't figure out how to um, stop the curse or heal the curse or something with the curse kind of thing. They kind of decided maybe the Lankermai guy should probably do that because that's like a knowledge kind of thing. Um, and there's a Lightbringer temple here in the town, so that was a push to go there. Although the girls would leave there anyway. The girls did mention about the cave, and the girl says, "Yeah, we tried that, but it didn't work." What do you mean it didn't work? And so they're starting to figure out why it didn't work. And I'm starting to remember, why did it not work? Why did the girls not work when they tried it first time, kind of thing? Because um, they don't need the special knife. Although the special knife's there, we need to have a scanner search roll or something. What was that? It looks just like that one kind of thing. So because it doesn't really, you don't need to have that one. Any knife can work. So I had to figure out read through my notes on that and see where I gapped on that one. But at this point, we're hitting midnight, so we're going to close up. And I asked him to stick around for just a couple minutes as I went through this whole clan and tribal um, population relationships kind of stuff to get that out to him. Well, anyway, shoot, 16 minutes. Happy gaming. I know